Hey guys, we're back. We have a fun lesson today. My buddy Manson, Jeremy Dunn, has asked me to do a video on tremolo bars, whammy systems, Wang Bar, twang bar. You could call it a lot of stuff. I think it was first called the tremolo system is what it was first called by. I believe Bigsby put up the first ones out, Bigsby tailpieces. It could have been Leo Fender, but there's been a lot of different kinds of tremolo systems out. We'll touch on a few of those, and I'll show you some technique, and we will delve into the whammy bar. Sounds a little sloppy. Whammy can do a lot of things. The tremolo bar can do a lot of things. It's not just dive bombs and stuff. When it was first came out, the tremolo system was more used as a way to accent different notes when you were playing it. More like if you were doing chords and stuff. That's how, and then country players used it to make it sound more like a slide bar, because you could take it. So this system floats, goes up or down. I can take the bar in loosen tension, or I can tighten it and pull it up. But these tremolo systems have come a long way since the beginning. I showed some pictures of some Bigsby's in the original Fender tremolo bars. Eddie Van Halen and Uli Roth were the first ones to really utilize the fine tuners on a tremolo, on a Floyd Rose, which is the premier system of tremolos nowadays, is the Floyd Rose or the Kahler, whichever one you like best. I've used both. I find out that the Floyd Rose is best for me. But when they first came out, they were very unreliable. If you did a dive bomb or did anything up here, any kind of weird technique, it would go horrendously out of tune. And Eddie Van Halen was one of the ones who started, working with Floyd Rose. That's the guy's name who invented it. And I believe Eddie Van Halen has a patent on it too, because he helped design all the fine tuners and stuff for it. And if you're just getting into using the whammy bar, the first few things you want to do is you always just want to do the dive bomb. On my 71 SG, my very first guitar, I learned Blackout by Scorpions. Was the very first part of it. And there's a lot of songs that have tremolo stuff in it that's unmistakable, like Ain't Talking About Love. Eruption, in the beginning of Eruption, when that bar. So tremolo systems are very in all kinds of 80s and 90s rock. Nowadays, people don't use them as much. A lot of your great players like Nino Bencourt and people like that say, we don't really use a tremolo that much anymore. But any 80s stuff that you play, you're going to have it. Steve Vai does a lot of really cool, he does a lot of, that wasn't Steve Vai, but he does a lot of texture with it. And I like it too when I'm doing this thing's called the flutter that you can do, which is really cool. You take your tremolo bar and try to lock it close to here, and you just flutter it. It's hard to do when I'm not playing the song. But that was made famous by Brad Gillis, and there's a lot of other players that do it too. But If you're ever working on, you're going to work on tremolo stuff, one cool thing to do is hit harmonics and do it. There's harmonics at at the metal closest to your pickups. Very lightly touch the string, like the G string. The harmonic right there. Second dot, third dot, metal closest to the pickups. Don't push the string down, just barely touch the string. You can take those and manipulate them. Fourth dot, a little higher. The double dot for the harmonics for the octave right here, the open note. All 6 strings on the double dot on the metal of the fret closest to your pickups. It's always cool to throw them in for something. You can actually figure out what key you're playing in and use your harmonics to play lead, you know? And it'll fit in there. But I suggest trying to play with your bar in your hand a little to try to get used to it on stuff. And get used to handling it and holding it. The tremolo is a really cool thing. It can open up a million different doors to different songs, and there's so many players that use it. And people get real creative with it, like Nuno and like Steve Vai and everything. And I hope that helps you a little bit with tremolo. If you want to listen to a cool tremolo song, like I said, Scorpions, Blackout by Scorpions, and some Rat stuff like Round and Round. They have some stuff like that in there. And any questions you have, shoot them to me. Thanks for dropping by, and as always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch one of my whatever these are.